and breakoffs from breakoffs from breakoffs, from breakoffs. No matter what rainbow uniform you wear, red, white, purple and white, all white, it don't matter. You should all treat the ISUPK like your weird, misunderstood Sabbaths. You shouldn't do anything until you counsel with the ISUPK. We'll tell you when and what to eat. We'll tell you who to marry. We'll tell you who to have sex with and how. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your wives. We'll tell you how to resolve conflicts with your kids, your brothers, your sisters, your parents, your friends, everybody. We'll tell you when and how to pray. We'll tell you how to direct your life in a way that's pleasing to the Most High God of Israel and our Black King Yahushua, aka Jesus Christ. We will be to you instead of a God. Just like the Most High told Moses in Exodus 4:16 that Aaron would be to him instead of a mouth and he would be to Aaron instead of a God, that's what we'll do for you. It is what you all need because none of you know what the fuck you are doing. I pray you understand. Shalom.
If she has your DNA and it's in you, she's going to want to connect. And once she sees how magnificent and how powerful, and even this form that you did, this profound display of love, you know, in having this platform, I think it's going to blow her mind because, what you're doing here is not just selfish. You're using this situation to help other people find their way. And so even in that where, it's benefiting her, she'll be able to see this. This is part of her legacy. You're part of her legacy. But other people will be able to share in this and say, thank you, brother, because this podcast, this show saved my life.
Clothes ain't there, nigga. The flow ain't there, nigga. Your rank ain't there. Your stain ain't there, nigga. Your whip ain't there, nigga. Your rip ain't there, nigga.
Say got some lean on these niggas. Matter of fact, nuclear thermal war on these motherfucker hating that nigga like the big. Why? Tell them why. Your swag ain't there, nigga, them hoes ain't there. Your clothes ain't there, nigga, your flow ain't there. Your whip ain't there, nigga, your house ain't there. Your car ain't there, nigga, what the fuck is there, nigga, your lane. Shit. I say what's there, nigga, your lane right there, nigga, your hate right there, nigga, fake right there. Lame ass nigga in the game right there, nigga, pussy.
Try to tell you, folks, talking about this shit, nigga, talking about he want that shit, nigga, ain't with that shit, nigga, really. You feel me? Nigga, when you be
Damn. I hate when a nigga be talking, they with it. Nigga be talking, they pull up with stitches. But nigga be talking, I pull up with stitches. They get him up top, they get him my mix. And I ain't gonna lie, that shit activate me swiftly. I wanna fuck kill, nigga, I wanna fuck kill him. But I know I can't, cause I might be witness. I ain't fucking scared of nobody, I move by my body. I do what I do, and I do it so solid. These niggas be hating, they acting like bitches. I moving so private, I get it, I got it, I stack it up riches. Nigga be hating, but I'm on my cup fitting. I'm on my fishing, I'm fishing, I'm shining. I get it like this, I'm the man in the stars. Beast in the east, I'm the bitch in the west. Nigga be talking, but I am the best. But I see what they doing, but they ain't up next. And I'm keeping it home, keeping it stretch, full stretch. Feel like a patient. These niggas talking about, these niggas lazy, these niggas lame, these niggas crazy. Yeah, riding around. I had to beat me a nigga at 5. I did that shit for no name. Yeah, I had to do that shit just to survive. Niggas be acting like spies. It's me and my mans, it's me and my guys. We always gonna pull up like flies. Cause that shit always be lying, okay? I'm all on my shit. They call me a boss, at least a 2G. I rap off the top. These niggas be lame, these niggas ain't hanging, niggas ain't with us, these niggas some ways. I'm holding the shit. Let them my chain.
Let my chain. You know what I'm talking, you know what I'm
talking. Your swag ain't there, nigga, them hoes ain't there. Your clothes ain't there, nigga, your flow ain't there. Your whip ain't there, nigga, your house ain't there. Your car ain't there, nigga, what the fuck is there, nigga, your lane.
What the fuck you got, nigga? I say what's there, nigga, your lane right there, nigga, your hate right there, nigga, fake right there. Lame ass nigga in the game right there, nigga, pussy. Nigga acting too hard for a little chain, nigga. Talk change that, nigga. Ain't got no wisdom, nigga. Talk like you got money. But we come take all that shit you think you got, nigga. Fuck, nigga. But we ain't gonna do that. We'll let you ball out. You see how that far get you. pussy.
Yeah. UPK shit, man. One West. Hey. I'm a UPK nigga, I'm stuck in my ways. That's on them, letting cowards fill up they ranks. Goddamn, lost tribes got them following waves. Loyalty a lifestyle, nigga, I'm just saying. Yeah, I'ma say, no, New Orleans is going up. Next spot, we at the B&B. I'm turned up, I pull up in the SRT. Burn a rubber, hey, UPK shit. Look, met her at the club, told her pull up to the lobby. She know I'm in the coat, we're all black, no Illuminati. This my other half shit, I can't move without it. These my motherfucking brothers, yeah, what I'm gonna do without them, yeah. If it's beef, I can't wait to sink my teeth in. Niggas going overboard, they off the deep end. Why you tripping off that hoe? That's some weak shit. Told him put me in the game cause I love defense. Yeah, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Yeah, bounce on, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce on, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog, and she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call, I ain't gotta settle, I got options, ma. No, I stand on business, my name not Tazar. I'll pop you with this pocket rock. Feed a nigga shells like a taco truck. Hey, this bitch got sound effects. It go pew pew pew. I ain't tripping, I'm no drink, got bottles in a room. I'm in Durham, North Carolina, bitch, it's 12 a.m. Look at them, they ain't none of us, and we ain't them. I told him, put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog. Hey, she say she find me interesting. Yeah, want me to call. Put me in the game, coach. Fuck you thought, he let his colors fly. He ain't cut, we cut him off. Hey, bounce out, let my fringes swing. Yeah, I'm a dog. Hey, she say she find me interesting. Want me to call, yeah. UPK shit, man, you already know what it is. It's the 55th annual Passover, man. Turn up. We gonna do this shit the UPK way, not the other way. You hear me?
All right, this is Rudy Speaks, man. We got Captain Tower in the building. Yeah. So, Cap, man, let us know where you from.
Yeah, I appreciate y'all having me, man, on Rudy Speaks, man. I'll break it down right quick,
don't forget it. One West in my brain, one West in my heart, one West when I finish, one West when I start. Big shine, big glow. I be gone till November, let my bitch know. I'm back by the winter, bubbling like Crisco. I need my pockets all swollen like a lymph node. Talking out the side of your neck, get you a slit throat. I stay broke, don't care if I got $1 million. Looking down on me, I put your brains on the ceiling. Fuck kicking down the door, we bout to demo the building. These fake tats all in these groups, I wonder who ya. Shoot ya off your pulpit, hallelujah. 4-pound gun youngin' down like it's a cougar. On my feet, combat boots, or is it Puma? Words spreading around about me, none of it rumor. All truth, very big facts. Very large caliber on very small cats. Compact pistols, ladders, and all that. About to throw the switch in the Nina for rapid fire. Got the 5.7 equipped with the magnifier. Boom shakalaka equipped with the rim rocker. We ain't really got beef, yeah, Ramak with a bin shot ya. The best rhymer since Pac and Big Papa. Big llama, big juice, I'm Big Jamba. Quarter tank of gas, I ride like a big timer. No informer, no sweat, not inside of my conglomerate. Wreck like King Kong. No Asian pun me, no chink in armor. Remain calm through our pain that bring drama. Stay focused on things that bring karma. Took all pressure, applied and made diamonds. Stayed true, kept shit pure, my name honored. Paid all dues and debts and kept promise. Make sure you show respect. Pay homage that I'm One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, One West when I start. I said I've been One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, One West when I start. I'm the hottest on the market, don't make me start it. I'ma pull up in a Spider-Man and Peter Parker. I remember days was trapping out the apartment. Now One West about put me up in a starship. About to fight the friendly skies in this bitch. Spit the truth on the corners, I lie a little bit. I'm a stand-up nigga, I die before I switch. Down or we up, I'm cool with who I with. I'ma be war the king and stay dangerous. Hold down the biz and fam, remain blameless. Now rappers drippy with styles we made famous. First with studs and spikes in any city. Designers charge a stack for shit that can't fit me. Had fringes on my coattail way before Jimmy. Funny how the general ain't even see a penny. Better show respect, get smoked like a chimney. Keep my name out your mouth, don't even think it. Send a real Smith at y'all, no Jada Pinkett. Both ball heads, my grain a $1.50. Off my man to the game, that pain that stuck with me. Had to find a cheat code to the street though, cause them niggas getting fouled, shoot you like a free throw. Keep spitting acid like a Mino, and the nigga be the nicest with a mean flow. Try to ride my wave, you gon' need a speedboat. I'm hot like 100 degrees in a peacoat. Scarf in the sweater, I embark every letter. It's UPK, not a part, but together. Homie, I've been One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, One West when I start. One West bred, One West vetted, One West pumping through my blood, don't forget it. One West in my brain, One West in my heart. One West when I'm finished, One West.
Fuck what them bitches gotta say. I'm a One West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't give a love fuck what them niggas gotta say. I'm a One West nigga till they put me in the grave. I don't care about what they say. Hey. Fuck with my Akima, fuck with my sisters, then I got a problem, I'm never gonna miss you. I got 100 hanging out the AR, I got a 50 hanging out the pistol. He say it's corner, I'm just being realistic. I be on them corner posted with the realest. If it's the Sabbath, then we going fishing. I'm reeling them in, that's a God-given mission. I'm really on 10, but I'm stamped in the pistol. I get the order, be glad of this mission. Hebrew Academy graduate, nigga. Training, go through the baddest conditions. I don't fuck with none but the baddest of bitches. She righteous, submissive, she glad to be with me. Had that thing Putin like Vladimir, niggas. She know I'm a prophet, she gotta be listening. Disrespect, I ain't having that shit. Tell her go make some business from scratch. She bitchin' the different breed of black men. We don't do the back thing. I remember back when I was really trapping, trying to get the racks in, selling dope to black men. But now I'm trying to make it straight. Like, don't forget about my face. We standing up straight, can't fold us. Too heavy, the world won't hold us. Go get you some rank, I told you. Line up in these ranks, we sold you. You can take that to the bank, we focus on. How many times must we remind you? One body, one way, some way. I would never take up as a flex. When the law with you ain't no up next. It's just us, nigga, that's that on that. All that weak shit, that ain't no threat. Say you won't beat, bitch, with that ain't no sweat. We with all that. The Lord called a nigga out the world. I responded and called back. Oh, Lord. And everything that they stole from us, fuck that shit. We want all that. Them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come on the command and general, your honor, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. That's why we unaffiliated with them. I cannot fuck around with fake niggas. We taking ground when we in your city. You better have the women, have the liquor. Keep that bitch on me, please don't but the same. Don't be a fool and be another victim. Say you a goon, you just another Christian. How you my brother, you ain't in here with me. In the gutter, deep down in the trenches. We with them niggas locked up in the prison. Fucking Hispanic, Native American, Indian, we ain't just talking shit. But we living in it, we be everywhere, you can't miss it. And we be precious hell, take a picture. And we special now with the scriptures. Play, we gon' script from yeah, we some killers. These niggas tripping, they mind blown. Swear business, forgive me if I'm wrong. I don't get it pause when niggas say that they be looking for niggas to slide on. The slide that I know about is when I assemble the gun, put the slide for real. I get the order, you know that it's slaughter. See me and my niggas gon' die for kill. The bigger the better for kingdom of heaven. You niggas get wet up by me cause I'm fed up. I rep UPK. My niggas won't let up. Got choppers, got nines, AKs, Berettas. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like bitch or whatever. You say you don't like me, you say you won't fight with me and my nigga like them niggas snitching and they act like bitches. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They killing women and they fuck with sisters. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Come under command and general, your hunter, we unaffiliated with them. Like they tongue and they say they keep that shit 100, we unaffiliated with them. They telling lies, switching up the doctrine. That's why we unaffiliated with them. They ain't gon' ride until they die, so that's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. See, they always ask us like, why y'all fuck with such and such? Why y'all won't come together with such and such? I be like, we unaffiliated with them. Understand me? Like, niggas be out here on some weirdo shit. And to be honest, that's why we unaffiliated with them. Hey. That's why we unaffiliated with them. Yeah. Oh.
There I go dance. Shaw. There I go dance. Now see my dance. She let my dance. There I go dance. Dance. Down with these hoes. Down with the pole, I'm talking about rockets. Down with these hoes. I deal with my pole, but I'm talking about rockets. I wanna know who they gon' go to when they don't go. Bitch, I'm on top ropes. She check out my neck and she know I wanna meet you. I wanna teach you. I wanna eat you. Then I'ma beat you. Hot like a sequel. Y'all in the beach. I'm in here preaching. Don't want no features. You sweet margarita, boy, you ain't no leader. Boy, you ain't no leader. Yeah, while I watch how she poke it out. Hand in the air, my soda just rolling. They leeching off me cause they know I got motion. My swag come in flavor like which one she wore. My neck holding weight just like Repo, we towing. All these four niggas, they looking, they notice. They know all of my boys that we eatin', we towing. I came in that bitch up by 3 of my soldiers, but middle was season like football jersey. I'm dancing. Well, what we dispatching, but we far from average. I save all my cabbage, but show all my cabbage. My BBs, they dancing. 7-1, I'm so fancy. 7-1, I'm so fancy. 7-1, I'm so fancy. Just look how they watch and she poke it out. Down with these hoes. Down with the pole, I'm talking about rockets. Down with these hoes. I deal with my pole, but I'm talking about rockets. I wanna know who they gon' go to when they don't go. Bitch, I'm on top ropes. She check out my neck and she know that big dance. Check out my pinky, it's gleaming, it's dancing. She look how I throw it out. I ain't hit her in over a week, but hell no, I ain't throw her out. She know I go way too deep. It's capping, yeah, that's a blessing now. Cologne on me, polygamy, TSC, but we gon' work it out. I cap a few, couple pounds, twin bitches with some hair. When I'm brotherly, mingle for Timo, she say we so lovely. I love it, I must be. She taking it over me. The truth taking it over me. Now y'all tell them, cut down. Man, in the big going ham, I don't eat no damn ham. I keep going spam though. All these niggas talking tough, get them beach mode, hit them with that Rambo. Man, ain't even off the top. Nigga rapping off the block, all these niggas talking tough, but it's always before they get hot. 662, nigga know what we do. My guns with me in the stool. TSP said what it do. Yeah, UPK nigga, I salute. 669, we done prove that all you fuck nigga lame, legionary boy ain't in the truth. Nigga, what the best? Nigga, I'm down with these hoes. Down with the pole, I'm talking about rockets. Down with these hoes. I deal with my pole, but I'm talking about rockets. I wanna know who they gon' go to when they don't go. Bitch, I'm on top ropes. She check out my neck and she know that big dance.
ISUPK Florida cookout, the Winners Warrior Cookout, baby. It was all that and then some. I'll be down here for a few more days. Minding my business.
Yes, sir.
Business moves fast. Your communication should too. Dialpad is the AI-powered platform built for better customer engagement. It's one platform for calls, messages, and video, secure, seamless, and built for modern businesses. Because in business, every second counts. Less hold means more happy. So shift your support from basic to brilliant with Dialpad. Elevate every conversation.
Bust their head.
ODing on a beat, Narcan flow. Got my boots tied up on my feet in dark camo. Lifestyle not for Robin Leach, I'm more Mike Jones. They don't love me now, but they love when I'm on. I got demons in my face and they'll never leave me alone. I got brothers upstate, they just wanna make it home. Tell them hold their head, tell them do it for the fam. While these faggot fuck boys out here doing for the gram. I just do it cause I can and I am who I is. One West warrior, my standard is big. I see shit differently, speak with efficiency. Shit, can't nobody get with me. Yeah, this how monsters ball. I mean, we could do it, get them Glocks involved. I mean, put you through it, let them shots ring off. I mean, get right to it, we ain't got that long. Still sipping plenty Henny straight with my dinner date. Pretty face and her pretty shape like a figure 8. I just wait, let her seal her fate, cause she feeling great. Not a race, but she finished first and I finished late. I don't really sleep, but I rest when I'm buried, yo. Bad Trini shorty cooking roti in the curry go. She just get up on it, wind around like a merry-go. Got me on my terrio, ooh, kill it, there you go. I just really love it, she don't call me by my government. King Ty, oh, I'm King Kong when I'm up in it. Never on no sucker shit, I write with an oven mitt. I'm nice, and you haters in my light, turn it up a bit. Yeah, this how monsters ball. I mean, we could do it, get them Glocks involved. I mean, put you through it, let them shots ring off. I mean, get right to it, we ain't got that long. Cause the killers and the gangsters and hoods that be dangerous. Trigger finger getting kinda itchy, feeling anxious. Get a little bitty with the pistol by her ankles. Have her paint the walls with your blood like a Van Gogh. You rappers calling, I'm about my dough and my cake. I'm with control and I pay the toll and roll out of state. I coming back, I'm sipping off Patron to the face. The only thing I ask is for my dogs to be great. Throw the paper in the air, let it fall. Take a tape of a parade. Day that all of my soldiers getting paid. The sword and the pistol I keep when I carry it. 144,000 soldiers in the chariot. Yeah, this how monsters ball. I mean, we can do it, get them Glocks involved. I mean, put you through it, let them.
You got it? Shalom, shalom. This is Officer of 1,000 Yahweh out of the Atlanta ISUPK school under Commander General Hanna. Once again, we are the ISUPK Atlanta under Commander General Hanna out of Harlem, New York. Since 1969, you've been teaching the truth. And then we're going to teach the truth today about what happened. When did the final nail in the coffin that ended America, the final nail in the coffin that ended this so-called great nation? Can you the camera look a little crooked? Can you fix that for me? The water. When that final nail in the coffin took over, all right? So let's see. Let me go to these notes. Okay. You got that? The water. All right. The final nail in the coffin. See, America was always, of course we knew America was going to end because, America had the true Jews of the Bible. And it was prophesied that it was going to end, of course, right? So with that being said, It was just a matter of time when it actually did happen. So let's get into here. What's my ear?
Oh God.
All right, God. No sweat. All right. So we're gonna get into it. All right. Now, as I've said before, the pivotal point and when the country really took the toll when it was done with was during the 1960s. Now it was always declining from pretty much since about once they pretty much did. It was two things that really killed this country. The first thing was when they what was it, right around 1915, right around that time where they started the Federal Reserve, right? Because the Federal Reserve took all of the power out of America's hands and put it into a hand of a few, out of a few people. It was even said, the president, I think it was Roosevelt at the time, said he regretted having to sign this because he said it took the power of the whole country and put it just in the hands of just a few men. Just a few men. So that was the start of the turn of white civilization known as America, right? And, at this time we were doing great. We had Rosewood doing good. We had Black Wall Street booming. This time we were doing well. So we didn't have a lot of these things we didn't know about what was going on, where the Most High was actually turning all these countries on. He was turning this country on its head, right? Because we know that Esau is going to be the end of the world, right? All right. So where's the brother at? Okay, kind. All right. So we're gonna start off here with the OSS. I'll have him bring it up in just a second. Can they hear me good? Everybody got the sound good? Let me see. Okay. Christ, people checking in. All right. When you get a chance, can you go in there, go to Wikipedia and put in the OSS, the Office of Strategic Services? Yeah, OSS. Put that in on Wikipedia and put it up on the thing. Yeah, he got it. He need a keyboard. Okay. The water, please. All right. So the Office of Strategic Services. This was started back in, 1941? Where'd it go? All right, there you go. This was started in 1941, right? The reason why this was started was, hold on one second. Okay, this was started in 1941, right? The reason why it was started was basically because it was a man named Allen Dulles. Allen Dulles, this was an attorney. And as you know, big attorney firms, right? They represent a lot of, big companies, okay? So you might have to go to the CIA first. It took me somewhere else. I don't even know why. So I'm trying to get it straight to there. I know a little bit about it already. Okay. You might have to look at the Office of Strategic Services. So I might put in wrong. Of Strategic Services. All right. It was the second ever non-departmental civilian intelligence agency formed during World War II. Second, chronologically, only to its direct predecessor, the Office of the Coordinator of Information. So things started out to get information on things, right? To get information so that people think that the CIA, when you think of the CIA, you think the CIA is something to benefit America, correct? To benefit the citizens and all this. What you think the CIA is for? You think of, because you watched James Bond, you watched these people, they were getting intelligence to save the world, right? That's what you were thinking, right? You're thinking that's what you think. But no, the Office of Strategic Services was made specifically to help with all of the billion-dollar, trillion-dollar companies and to learn what's going on in all these other different countries so they can extend their wealth and power. Not even for America to do it. Literal. Because you see what it says? It says it's the civilian, right? Will you ever put it up yet? You can put it on screen. You can put it on screen. The water, please. All right. So you see, it says right there, you got it up there? You see right there, the second ever non-departmental civilian intelligence agency. That means it's not for the government, right? This wasn't for the government. People don't even know that the FBI wasn't the government, right? These were things people that had a little bit of power made civilian things. They weren't even, the FBI wasn't even recognized to be the Federal Bureau of Investigation to like the 60s or the 70s. They was just a bunch of renegade white people that were just going around trying to solve crimes. I'm dead serious. They just add the name federal, just like the Federal Reserve Bank. There's nothing federal about the Federal Reserve Bank. There's nothing federal about it. It's owned by civilians. Nothing governmental about it, right? That's all these things is owned. That's all these things is earned, right? I'm sorry, that's who owns all these things. They all owned by civilians, very rich and powerful civilians. Oh, wow. So when you look at the OSS, he started OSS. Just think, you are the lawyer, right? You want to help your accountants. You want to help the people that you got your accounts with to become more successful, right? So they go into places like Venezuela. You get what I'm going? Okay. Why would you go in Venezuela? It's something you want in that country. Yeah. You're gonna go and give to the same people that has the that rule over our foreign policy, the same people that owns all of the media. They're same people. Like I'm literally like the same person or same group of people. Not even you can even say it's just Amalek. They are Amalek, but I'm saying the same names, same people that do the same things. And if they're not involved in it by doing the things, they donating that money to help do it. And you can trace these budgets. You can trace all these things that they're literally donating money for all of these different things. They want Venezuela. I haven't figured out why. I've been looking into other things, but it's something they want in Venezuela. The same thing when they wanted Panama. Remember, I did a class on the Panama deception. They wanted Panama. They wanted control over the canal, just like even Trump said he wanted power over the canal, right? Because when you got a power over that, something that's so it's like the Panama Canal is what you can go from basically from Florida and go straight over to Asia without having to go out all the way around. This is like a central. It's the only place you can do that. It will cost a lot more money to go around Africa, to go around all. It would cost way too much money to go around these other places, but you can go straight through the Panama Canal just to cut, because it's only like 45 miles, I believe. It's not that big. It's not that thick to just go straight through the Panama Canal and end up wherever end up in the Pacific Ocean. Right. It's not that. It's just that little bit of space. So that's why they made the Panama Canal. And that's like owning, like, for all you Egyptologists, that's like owning the Nile River. You own that, or you have control over the Nile River. You pretty much are like, even in scriptures where it says you're the giant branch that feed into all the other small branches. That's what you are. You feed into all these other places. That's why they want key pivotal positions. Venezuela, I'm not 100% sure what they want in Venezuela yet. I'll do some research and try to, but it's hard to say because there's so much propaganda that gets put out. So what they'll do is they'll say, okay, they'll be like, all right, cool. We really want, this place, right? You want this place. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna tell everybody that their leader is a despicable human being. Right. He's murdering babies. He's putting drugs everywhere. He doing everything. He is enemy number one.
Right.
That's what they did even to the Panama leader, the Panama president. He is public enemy number one.
Right.
They're gonna paint him into the worst part when they paint him into the worst out of everybody. So then why do they do that? So then now they can justify the capture of them, the killing of them. In Panama, they sent the spy over to Panama to start a radio station to put in if they start, basically getting people to riot. He's putting in stuff against the president of the country. And then they arrested him. And then now because they arrested him because they were saying this guy, I can't remember his name, it'll come to me. But they Noriega, that's his name, Noriega. They hated him. They wanted to get rid of him because they really wanted him to play ball with America, do what he wanted to do. He said, "Nah, I'm tired of that." Right? He said, "I'm done with that." So they wanted to get rid of him. So they started saying he is public enemy number one. The CIA did. Well, the George H. Bush, the father, Bush, he was over the CIA, was the director at that time, and he started making him public enemy number one. So then when they got the guy to go over there to go do that mission, and they arrested his behind, which they should have arrested him, have him go to somebody else's country, start talking about the leader. That don't make no damn sense, right? So they arrested his behind. So now when he went to prison, now they said, "Oh, we got to go get him out." And so they went over there and started killing a whole bunch of innocent Panamanians to get one person that was sent over there to be a spy out. They use it as justification.
Right.
Go ahead.
FBI and the FBI, they have to do with the federal government, right?
They do now, but the original they weren't federal. That's what they won't tell you. The person that started the federal government was a homosexual. They won't tell you that either. He was straight homosexual. Never had no kids, never had a wife. They got pictures of him dressing up as women in different places. Yep.
You talking about J. Edgar Hoover?
Yep.
So like, you referring to the FBI?
Mm-hmm. You said, am I referring to the what?
FBI.
Yeah, he was the person started the FBI. J. Edgar Hoover. I always get him and another Hoover mixed up. I don't know why, but I knew his name was Hoover. Yeah.
Remember Hoover, the president?
That's what it is. I always get their names mixed up. I always can't ever think of J. Edgar Hoover, but I knew his last name was Hoover. So, with that being said, he wanted that. The CIA had the pictures of him dressed up as women and going into homo clubs.
Right.
So that's why he couldn't go against the CIA. They had to play ball with each other. So it was a whole lot, and that's why the FBI got an intelligence aspect to them too. It's the whole thing, man. It's just, but everybody, you getting raised by watching movies. Given to you by who?
The white man. Right.
Yeah, but specifically, what version of that? There you go. Given to you by them to make you think that the country, they go out and do all this stuff to try to liberate Africa, to liberate these people. Nah, they liberating their money out of their land and they capturing it in their pocket. That's what the only thing that's getting liberated is that money and the resources.
Right.
That's it. So let me see if somebody said anything. Okay, we got a brother that's on backstage. You can add him in too. How many brothers you got on backstage? Just one?
Just one right now.
All right, come on. Hey, Shalom on Christ, please.
Oh, two now. Yeah, two.
All right, who we got? Who we got?
What's going on, out of one?
Okay, I'm on Christ. All right, y'all. All right.
Slacky, for me.
Go ahead, priest.
It's like just want to give you some backup on what you were saying, sir, as far as why they're after Venezuela. Venezuela holds the world's largest proven oil reserves with over 303 billion barrels.
There you go. There you go. And I'm hearing too there's something about, I just haven't looked into everything, but I heard even to some degree they even Russia gets their oil from them too, from some degree. So it appears to me is that they have something to do with trying to weaken Russia. You know what I'm saying?
Come.
So I think that's partly after. I just haven't done the research to see what's the whole purpose of all of this, because our oppressor is the devil. He gonna say one thing and it's gonna be something completely different. All right. So let's see here. The origin of the OSS. Before the OSS, the various departments, the executive branch, including the state, treasury, Navy, and War departments, conducted American intelligence activities on an ad hoc basis with no overall direction, coordination, or control. The U.S. Army and U.S. Navy had separate code-breaking departments, the Signal Intelligence Services and the OP-20G. A previous code-breaking operation of the State Department, the MI-8, run by Herbert Yardley, had been shut down in 1929 by Secretary of State Henry Stimson, deeming it an inappropriate function for the diplomatic arm because gentlemen don't read each other's mail. The FBI was responsible for domestic security and anti-espionage operations. So so the other guy, this was during that time, he like, man, we don't ain't trying to be in people's information like that. You know what I'm saying? So, but then why is the OSS coming? OSS like, nah, we want to be in. You want to read your emails. You want to read all the stuff you're talking to your woman. We want to know all that. So President Roosevelt was concerned about American intelligence deficiencies. On a suggestion of William Stevenson, the senior British intelligence officer in the Western Hemisphere, Roosevelt requested that Wild Bill Donovan draft a plan for intelligence service based on the British MI6 and Special Operations executive. Donovan envisioned a single agency responsible for foreign intelligence and special operations involving commandos, disinformation, partisan, and guerrilla activities. So as I tell you, they got commandos, which is special forces, right. Disinformation. They want to spread the wrong information to you wherever you go, which Wikipedia is one of the disinformation places as well. Just where you gotta be careful about even we're reading stuff on Wikipedia. Because they do a lot of disinformation. There's even a video I watched before that they saying that they got to get control of Wikipedia so they can put out the narrative that they want to put out in everywhere, because Wikipedia is like known to be like a very popular source to get information. So like even when I read Wikipedia, I always do just a little bit of, just to get the basic stuff. If you just want to get the basic narrative, that's when you get Wikipedia to get like a basic understanding of something, because you're not going to get a lot of information from them. All right. So this was kind of the start of it. So let me go. Yeah, they want to get equipment, go to the weapons and gadgets. They want to get, silenced pistols, lightweight submachine guns, grenades that exploded upon impact. Man, they had everything, didn't they? So they had Black Joe for bags of Chinese flour, Aunt Jemima, acetone, time delay fuses for mines, compasses hidden in uniform buttons, playing cards that conceal maps, a 16-millimeter Kodak camera in the shape of a matchbox, tasteless poison tablets that knock people out, get rid of them, cigarettes laced with, I don't even know what all that is. It's crazy. But just drugs or whatever, just to make them, they keep wanting to talk. So like if you want them to talk about something, you can get a cigarette, make people just keep talking about stuff. They got to keep just talking before you know it, they told you all their business, right? So they got all that innovative communication equipment, wiretap gadgets, all of this stuff. So you see, so remember this information that they're doing right now, right? So you see they're getting they want information from everybody. They getting the what's this? What I just read here? The wiretaps. See, wiretaps is very important to even what happens later on, because during that time from the 1900s to about 1960, America was still trying to go with this original like plan of the Declaration of Independence, and they were on that real hard, right? They were on that tough. Let's stick to these rights. Let's give everybody like you can go to a catalog. Y'all remember back in the days when we had catalogs? You can go to a catalog and order you a Tommy gun. You know what I'm saying? You know, the catalog, it'll come in the mail just at the door. Like, here you go. Yo, you know what I'm saying? Do what you want to do. They had that. So you can like all the 2A rights, all of that was fine back then. They didn't try to stop your rights or anything. But then, of course, once that happened, guess what? You know, they would have the Tommy guns. Then you had the Valentine's Day massacre. Y'all saw that, but you know that was done with the Italians, right? They did that massacre with the Tommy gun, and all of a sudden they always use traumatic events to try to push over new policies. Even a Democratic give me one quick second. I gotta see if can you look it up real quick? A Democratic, you want to look on the computer, look on your phone. A Democrat basically said a tragedy is you can look on like ChatGPT or something like that. They probably can summarize because I'm gonna like paraphrase it. Look up who said a tragedy is always a good way to basically implement new policies or a good opportunity to get new policies. All right, what you about to say? Somebody about to say something? You sound like somebody was on somebody online.
I think I was Winston Churchill that did it.
No, I wasn't. No, it was somebody recent. He was like in the last 20 years. Was in Churchill been dead.
He said something similar. He said, "Never let a good crisis go to waste."
Yeah, I mean that person could have used that from there. Did somebody else say it too? Somebody recently said it. Like I think it was that broad that was used to be that Nancy Pelosi. I think it was her, but I'm not 100%. But even him, if you start looking at Winston Churchill, he wasn't a saint that everybody said he was. Did anybody else on the line too? Super.
I don't see anybody. No.
Okay. Who's still on? Who's that? Who's that? Yaquan? Oh, both of them still on. Okay. What's on the correct? Y'all want to say something? Yaquan, how you call? I heard one of y'all about to say something.
Live, sir.
Oh, you drop him? Okay. Good. All right. So you see, you never let a good crisis go to waste because they use these things to implement new policies. They love these emotions. When emotions run through, they want to start putting in new policies. But here's what you think. You think the policies are there to make something like that never happen again. They're not there for that. They're there for more control over you as a person. You understand?
Slacky.
Go ahead.
If I may say, that sounds like the whole 9/11 thing with the whole implementation of Homeland Security.
It was exactly what it was. You about to say something else on that?
Live, sir.
All right. Yeah, if you look at the at 9/11, after 9/11, they basically let it. That's when that I'll be forgetting names, but that's when that one cat he had to run off to Russia because he exposed that America was spying on these people, and he wasn't supposed to. The one white boy, I can't think his name. It will come to me, but he ended up having to run. He in Russia right now, chilling because he basically committed treason to a degree. Because he showed that they was committing, basically giving away, spying on American citizens. So they use 9/11 to do that. Whenever a tragedy happens, they always want to put in more. I'm sure the brother how you call. They hear about that in the gun control debate. Whenever something happens, they always want to put in more control on guns, right?
Gun.
They always want to do that, right? But knowing those controls are not going to stop people from having guns. When you can look at mafia members and gang members, they want the citizens to not have guns. You know why? They always gonna have their guns.
Right.
That prohibition stop people from drinking alcohol. What happened to prohibition? Millionaires was made.
Bootleggers got
Millionaires was
down.
made. Huh?
It's like it. That's when the bootleggers got down.
Hey, they making money, man. Man, they build tunnels underneath buildings, trying to smuggle alcohol in place. They had tunnels under buildings, under buildings. They was gonna get drunk.
They have secret rooms in like certain buildings.
There you go.
They call speakeasy.
Slucky.
Yeah, you had to knock twice and do a dance to get in and shit. You had to do all kind of stuff. They gonna get the alcohol, man. Go ahead.
It's like if I may, if I'm not mistaken, sir, I believe that's how Kennedy's father even built his money up because he was the bootlegger.
Yeah, that's what we're getting into next. But just to clarify, I'm not saying that he was a. They were saying he was a bootlegger, but I think from what I've seen, they got a little confused. He wasn't, from what I've seen. I wasn't there, of course, but I don't see that he was a bootlegger. What he did was he knew because of the CIA or whatever. I'm not saying he was in the OSS or the CIA, but he still was a man that had money. He basically made his money in stocks, right? And then what's the thing you can't do with stocks? Like what they get everybody in trouble for now? Inside trading. He was doing inside trading, and then they asked him, what should we make illegal? And he said insider trading. But that's how he got money. He had like an enormous return on his investments due to insider trading. That's how he got wealthy like that. So then, just like the same thing we did with the bootlegging, he knew that the bootlegging was getting ready to end. So what did he do? He bought a whole bunch of liquor, just alcohol, what they want to call it. He bought a whole bunch of alcohol, staged it on the border of Canada and possibly Mexico. I'm not sure exactly where, 100%, but he stays on the United States border. So once it passed, he was the first one to get all the alcohol in. So he made buku money from that. Insider trading. Right. That's what he made illegal. Insider trading what made him money. You understand? So y'all gonna learn something today, man. Y'all gonna learn something today. We all knew America was crooked. You just didn't know how they was crooked. We feeling our bones how crooked. Like America, like, man, you be thinking like, man, some of this stuff gotta be playing. Some of it can't be no damn accident. How do you just get rich all of a sudden out of nowhere? They knew it was about to happen. So bootleggers on both sides, it made a bunch of people money from bootlegging, criminals, and it made people that weren't criminals or people that was trying to go legit, even more money when it actually they stopped the bootlegging. I mean, when they didn't have to do the bootlegging no more, right? It made everybody rich. Everybody making this money out of nowhere. So a lot of dynasties was formed, and that was, of course, where Kennedy was started from, right? He started there. Because then when he did the boot, when he got all this stuff with the money in, guess what he made acquaintances with? Because he had to move all of that stuff. Who you think he had to Oh, your car city fell out the stream yard. So if you in that already, who did you have to make friends with, right?
So I got over it.
I said if you knew bootlegging was about to end,
Right,
and you know you had a whole lot of money,
right,
you can go and buy a whole bunch of alcohol. Who you got to meet or who you got to be friends with?
Lucky out of one.
Go ahead.
The lawmakers out of one, the higher ups.
No, he already was friends. That's how he knew that there was bootlegging was about to end.
Salakia.
Go ahead.
Oh, the mafia.
Exactly. Hit a brother here. Had to be friends with the mafia. So now, how you gonna get your stuff moved? How you gonna get it moved? You can buy a whole ton of it. How you gonna get it moved? You got to give it to them. Right. Let them move all that stuff. They already got that. They already got the networks. They've been moving illegally. How much harder is it to? It can't be harder to move it legally. You know what I'm saying? It can't be harder. Boom, buckets of money, just like that, right? So he already was friends with a lot of these, the mafia. He was already friends with them. So go ahead, let's go into the slides that we got. We got a little bit of OSS. I wanted to go into some more stuff, but I don't want to take up too much time.
So like the dead Kennedy.
Yeah, God, that's it. There you go. You ever see it? I mean, you should already have it up there, though. But let me go to the Okay, you got it up there. All right. I had to change the name because you couldn't put Synagogue of Satan on stuff. So it's a lot. I had to change the name. They don't like that. We can't put that up for Jewish rhetoric, anti-Semitism, right? Anti-Semitism, right? So, of course, that makes things a little bit harder, but we know how to get around that. Thanks to the generals that we learn how to get around all these different things because they don't want the truth to come out. All right.
Right.
Let's get here. All right. You on an overview. Go ahead. Read it from me. Yeah, I don't want you to go through the whole entire. It's a whole lot. It's like 40 slides on here, so I ain't trying to. You're gonna get it. You're gonna need some water, some everything. I ain't trying to do you like that. I'm gonna just kind of like read through this and those terms I want you to make sure you hit. But you can start here right quick.
The course overview is Kennedy's convergence of conflict. JFK's presidency was a pivotal moment when a single leader confronted several entrenched institutions. This presentation explores how his background and rise to power set the stage for those clashes. Key areas of examination: family, financial foundation, and ambitions, World War II service and his brother's death, from war hero to president, allegations of organized crime influence in 1960, Bay of Pigs and the clash with the CIA, critical conflict, Kennedy's stand on Israel's nuclear program, efforts to apply FARA to lobbying groups, political reaction leading to AIPAC's growth, opposition from the CIA, organized crime, and others.
Yeah, like, I ain't gonna hold you. Like, JFK, he was, for a devil, he was trying to fix America. Did he do some other ish? Time. Him and his brother Mike, is a chance he had something even to do with what's the broad name? Marilyn Monroe. Might have been involved in her getting off. Like, y'all don't know about her getting off. It's suspicious. I put that. Like, she died like with something like stuffed in her rectum. Yeah, so it's like craziness. Her death is very suspicious. Like, and they just wrote it off like nothing to see here. And they said one person said last person they saw see him was Robert Kennedy leaving from the place. So it could be him. Somebody could have tried to say it was him or have something on him or whatever the case was. Who knows what it is, what it could have been. But they were both messing with this one woman. You know how devils be. They don't care. They'll mess with the same woman. Like, they be brothers and mess with the same woman. They're like a group of people. They all mess with mess with each other. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how they get down, man. You know what I'm saying? We ain't like that here. They ain't how our brotherhood is. Like, you touch it, I don't want the bro. You know what I'm saying? Nah. So, all right. The bootlegging myth. Let me see. So you see the narrative. It says Joe Kennedy. He's portrayed as an prohibition era bootlegger who smuggled illegal alcohol and worked with an organized crime to build his fortune. He was already rich at that time. He was already rich. He did not engage in illegal bootlegging. You see the historical reality. Instead, he made it through legal anticipation of the prohibition. He knew it was about to end. That's how he made his money, right? Did he possibly do some stuff? He possibly could. But they try to, that's what a lot of people try to say when they talk about him being a bootlegger. They just automatically assume that. Did he possibly have connections with these people? I'm sure he did. You know what I'm saying? They all got connections with each other. Okay. Go ahead.
If I could, sir, I was not to get off subject, but when Al Capone, he was like famous for bootlegging money.
Yep. That's how they made their money from bootlegging. All of the mafia made when they had their big rise in the 20s and the 30s and all that was from bootlegging. That's where they really had their rise. Everybody think about cocaine and all that stuff. That wasn't really made their money from. It was bootlegging from having alcohol. See, alcohol, you can make that anywhere. You can make that anywhere. Cocaine and stuff, you got to get it out the country. Right. So, you know what I'm saying? Heroin got to get out the country and get it smuggled in here. But alcohol, you can make that in your basement. You know what I'm saying? How they making it in prison? You know what I'm saying? I mean, I heard it gets your toe up.
That's moonshine came in.
Yeah, a lot of that moonshine, yep. It gets you messed up. So let me see here. Kennedy said before it was ratified, Kennedy secured exclusive U.S. import contracts for British distillers, Gordon's Gin, and Dewar Scotch. The moment prohibition ended in December 1933, he was positioned to legally sell alcohol to a nation with massive pent-up demand. They wanted all that alcohol. They wanted everything, right? Kennedy, like I say, he wasn't a criminal. He was a shrewd businessman. He might have. I think all of them was criminals. I ain't gonna hold you, but whatever. Say we're gonna just go with what they say because we're gonna read between the lines with everything. Go to the next one. Yeah, Kyle, you can read that.
Joseph Kennedy's actual fortune. 3 legal ventures built the wealth. Banking prodigy, at 25, Kennedy became the youngest bank president in America, laying a legitimate financial foundation for later ventures. Hollywood Gold Rush. In the 1920s, he bought a struggling studio, accepted stock as payment, and used strategic moves to grow that value. Stock market mastery. He sold ahead of the 1929 crash and profited further by shorting stock as markets fell.
Yeah, net worth right there.
$4 million to $180 million.
Mm-hmm.
Legal alcohol imports. He secured exclusive import contracts for Dewar's and Gordon's, legally dominating key spirits markets after prohibition.
So he got all these things. Say he was already put into the Kennedys or whatever. And I'm sorry, he was a Kennedy. So like he was put into like the legal and doing the stuff, legally. He was able to get it to the exclusive import contract. So he got everything. He bought a struggling studio, accept stock as payment, used strategic moves to grow that value. So he got into Hollywood. So it seems like to me he was grossly involved with the so-called Emily.
Right.
Grossly involved with it. Seemed like that to me, don't it? Banking, stock market, Hollywood, alcohol. Go ahead.
It's like I don't think he made 180 billion.
Yeah, crazy.
And that's 1930s. That's an incredible amount of money. Even today, it's a lot of money.
God, it is. Well, no, he made $4 million, and $4 million is 180 million today.
Oh, okay.
That's what it's telling you. Oh wait, what might I don't know. Wait a minute, let me see. Let me go ask ChatGPT did it grow? Because I'm that's what I thought it was. Ask it is that $4 million to $180 million a day, or did he grow 4 million to 180 in that amount? He might have grown. I didn't see the time frame. I did know he grew a whole lot of wealth in a very short amount of time because of the stock market mastery. It wasn't because he was mastering the stock market, because he was doing insider trading. Right. And he knew about things that was going to happen before it happened. Right. And then after that, he was on the council for the stock market, like regulatory body. And once they put him on there, he made insider trading illegal. That's a fact. I know that's what happened. But as far as the money, I didn't trace where all this money came from and all of that. You know what I'm saying?
Like I'm thinking he's saying that's how much money he made in that time period.
It might have. I didn't see the time period. I thought it was just showing how much the money is worth today. I just show y'all money ain't worth jack. If it's that's what it was. Money ain't worth jack. Nah. All right, go to the Kennedy political dynasty. Go ahead.
The Kennedy political dynasty, grooming an American royal family. Joseph P. Kennedy didn't just want to be rich. He wanted to create a dynasty. Denied social acceptance despite his wealth, he determined his sons would achieve what he could not, the presidency.
Do you know why people didn't want him to be a president? Because he was Irish Catholic. So they didn't want an Irish Catholic to be president from what they were saying. So he was saying that he didn't gain. So to me, he's kind of like the MLK of Irish Catholics. He wanted to be a part of the other white society. So that's what he wanted to do. He was an Irish Catholic. And because white people, they got like a certain they got a certain caste system that you from the Scotland, or you from Britain, you from England. Right. We had the crown and all of this. You were just you from Ireland. Y'all from over there because a lot of black people was in Ireland too. So that's probably why they made them like that, because there were anything Irie that come from the Benjamites be living in Ireland, and they would say anything Irie to each other. They try to say y'all it's like a thing they would say between each other. That was brought out by the one brother, Officer Hazahab. He brought that out. So everything Irie talking about from living in Ireland. So that's probably why they hated it, because you gotta know in a lot of these periods, we don't know it because they don't teach it no more. But you gotta remember, this is you gotta remember us being in we in right, the brother here about 30s, 40s, and 50s, of course, right? We kind of seeing how the turn of the century happened, right? They were the same way. They were seeing the turn of the century happen. They knew about all of the other little things that was going on in the 1800s. They knew that Russia didn't have all of the Renaissance era like everybody else did. That's why they still got pictures of Black Christ and Black disciples and all of that. They knew all these things. This was before the books started being taken over by Rockefeller, and they started producing what he wanted in the books. So these were rich people. They knew the history more so what happened. You get what I'm saying? And so Ireland was probably one of the countries that got taken over by white people last. Because, Ireland, if you think about it, they were always they called them drunks. They were always drinking. So they was the lower class white people. They were lower class. So that's why they didn't really like an Irish Catholic. All right.
Yes, sir. Makes a lot of sense.
You kind. So let's try to knock him out real quick. Go to he wanted to be money. He wanted to have money. He had a whole bunch of kids. Go to Joe Jr. Read that real quick.
Joe Jr., the heir apparent.
Mm-hmm.
Born 1915, groomed for presidency from birth. Active leader, excelled in school and sports.
Mm-hmm.
John F., the substitute.
Damn, I didn't see that. Go ahead.
Born 1917, initially considered too sloppy, fun-loving, and physically unhealthy for politics.
Crazy, ain't it?
Oh, God. Robert F. the Enforcer, born 1925, the loyal lieutenant and campaign manager.
The funny thing is, he's the enforcer. He was the smallest one. He was like He was like short. That's what's funny about it. But he was the enforcer because he was like strict on a lot of stuff. He was real strict natured. And Joe, he was the leader. He was like everybody wanted to be like Joe. He was the quarterback. You know, you seen the movies. He was the quarterback. Everybody wanted to be like him. John F. He had a swag to him as well, but he paled in comparison to his older brother. Go ahead.
Edward M. the Patriarch.
I don't know about him.
Born 1932, the youngest, who would eventually hold the Senate seat for decades.
There you go. Joe Jr.'s preparation.
Joe Jr.'s preparation. Attended Harvard and studied under Harold Lasky at London School of Economics. Served as a delegate to the 1940 Democratic National Convention. He was the golden son.
He was the dude. He was going to be it. All right. His succession plan.
Succession plan. Just as I went into politics because Joe died, if anything happened to me tomorrow, my brother Bobby would run. And if Bobby died, Teddy would take over. JFK.
See? Kind of what happened, didn't it? And that Harold Lasky dude that he learned from, guess what he was? There you go. Small hat. Slam leg right there. Go to part 109. Next one.
No, Lasky, sir.
No, it's Lasky.
Oh, Lasky.
Part 109.
Part 109. Kennedy's heroism. The disaster that made JFK a war hero. Mission context. Lieutenant J.G. Kennedy commanded PT-109 in the Solomon Islands, tasked with intercepting the Tokyo Express, supply convoys, and Blackett Strait. Incident report, August 2nd, 1943. At 02:30 hours.
That's 2:30 in the morning. We already know.
Japanese destroyer Amagari rammed PT-109, slicing it in half. 2 crew members killed instantly. 11 survivors left clinging to record in enemy waters. Evasion and rescue. Kennedy told badly burned engineer Patrick McMahon 3.5 miles by clenching life vest strapped in his teeth. Led crew island hopping for 6 days to avoid capture.
So he was a war hero, right?
Right.
Go to the recognition of public capital. Got the next one. Go ahead. Try to get through these real quick.
Recognition and political capital. Turning heroism into votes. Official recognition. Kennedy was awarded the Navy and Marine Corps Medal for extremely heroic conduct. This official validation was crucial for his future political narrative, distinguishing him from other wealthy candidates.
So now he a world. So that's what made Kennedy appealable to be a president. Like he a war hero. He carried somebody 3.5 miles over water. That's a lot.
Right.
You gotta think if you 3.5 miles to get to land, think where you was at. It was 3.5 miles to the bottom. You know what I'm saying? It was deep. You feel me? You 3 miles away. That was a long way, right? Another thing that people didn't know, he had a bad back injury during this time, during that accident. Like, and it pretty much, like, after that happened, it stayed in his back for the rest of his life. He had back pains for the rest of his life. Severe back pains. Like a lot of times, like you would see him sitting down, his back would be killing him. Like excruciating pain, right? Okay, go to Joseph Kennedy Jr. Next one.
Joseph Kennedy Jr., the heir who never was, the golden boy. Joe Jr. was everything Jack was not. Robustly healthy, gregarious, and natural leader.
Yes, gregarious.
Gregarious and a natural leader.
Mm-hmm.
He was the star of the family, the one Joseph Sr. explicitly groomed to become the first Catholic president.
There you go.
The rivalry. The brothers engaged in fierce competition. Jack lived in Joe's shadow, often fighting him physically and struggling to match his achievement.
Mm-hmm.
The destiny. I'm the one who's supposed to be president, Joe Jr. reportedly said. Jack was expected to become a writer or a teacher to support his brother's political ascent.
Dang. Go ahead.
Operation Rhodey.
Aphrodite.
Mm-hmm. The mission that killed Joe Kennedy Jr. Mission date August 12, 1944. Objective: destroy B-3 supergun site at my.
Just put France.
Using radio-controlled drone bomber. PB-1 Liberator modified into a flying bomb loaded with 170 pounds of torpedo and explosive, 50% more powerful than TNT. Incident report. At 1820 hours over Suffolk, England, the explosive detonated prematurely while Kennedy and co-pilot Lieutenant Willie were preparing to bail out. Outcome: the aircraft disintegrated. No remains were recovered.
Just disappeared, evaporated, gone. So what happened is he got jealous because his brother is not a war hero, and he wasn't. He's supposed to be the guy.
Right.
So he took this mission that he didn't really have to go on like that. He took this dangerous mission so that now he can be a war hero. And now he got evaporated. Evaporated. All right, go ahead.
1946, from war hero to congressman. The launch of a career, Massachusetts 11th District. The opportunity, field size 10 candidates. The 11th District seat, Cambridge, Somerville, Charleston, opened up when legendary boss James Michael Curley vacated it to become mayor of Boston.
Mm-hmm.
It was a safe Democratic seat. The real battle was the primary.
Yep.
Strategy, daily activity, 35 speeches a day. Kennedy ran as the new generation. He avoided traditional machine politics, instead relying on his war record, his family's money, and a grueling schedule of house parties. He walked in looking like a drafted boy, and he charmed them.
Mm-hmm.
The primary result, 42% of vote. Despite being labeled a carpetbagger by opponent, Kennedy's organization and charisma overwhelmed the field. He won the primary with nearly double the votes of his closest rival.
See, he had very good charisma still. You know what I'm saying? That was his thing. He was charismatic. He also I think this is before he became president. Yeah. He had good charisma. He was a war hero. And he felt like he didn't feel like the thing that JFK kind of was like is the same reason why Trump won, right? They both appealed to the lower class people. When a lot of times the presidents always appeal to the rich class people. He appealed to the common man more so. Get what I'm saying? He put on that badge of I'm from the grassroots, I'm from the bottom, you know, and came up. That's what he put on, even though he was rich his whole life. Same with Trump. Trump made it like he was a Trump. His whole thing with him, he made it look like he came up from working blue collar jobs. He ain't never worked a day in his life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Never had to work a regular job. Ever. So, and he made it, you know, that's what he ended up getting to. All right, go to the next slide.
Come. Building the machine. The grassroots strategy, 1947 to 1952. The network, 286 secretaries. JFK appointed a local secretary in every town. Trusted contacts were reported directly to him. The objective is bypass traditional party bosses and build direct loyalty. The social, 33 Tea Party. Rose Kennedy hosted widely attended social events, personalizing outreach to women voters. The objective mobilized women who were often overlooked by standard campaigns. The grind, 5 years. For 5 years, JFK crisscrossed the state, speaking at local halls and clubs to build name recognition. The objective, create familiarity and obligation before the campaign began. The strategic result, by 1952, Kennedy no longer relied on the old party machine. He had built his own.
All right. So he ended up winning. He was doing good, man. Doing pretty good. So he won that Massachusetts by 208,000 votes, which is a very small margin for millions of people voting. Right. So he won that. Go to the popular narrative or whatever. Let me see. Okay. Now see. Now here's what he did. To sit down. He, the story like this has been confirmed on a lot of levels. So of course they don't, want things to come out because when you go to the mob angle, it always come back to Jewish people, right? Claims that Joseph Kennedy sat with mob bosses like Sam Giancana and Frank Costello to secure union votes in exchange for federal leniency towards organized crime. Frank Sinatra, I heard there was a connection with him at some point. He was alleged to have acted as the go-between, using his friendship with JFK and his ties to the Chicago outfit to facilitate the arrangement and final cash. The stolen election, the narrative concludes that the Chicago outfit forced Mayor Daley to stuff the ballot boxes in Illinois, delivering the state and presidency to Kennedy by a razor-thin margin. Now, he did win by a razor-thin margin. Now, see, there was parts that the mob did help him to win. They was throwing ballots into the river. They found ballots washed up in the river, like a bunch of different things. They did help him to win. So, and the point of that was to he was going to be lenient on the mob. That was supposed to be the deal. All right. So go to and let's say here he performed worse in Chicago than a lot of places did. So yeah, he didn't win. He did because he was going to really lose Illinois, but he had to get rid of them ballots. So, and immediately after taking office, Robert Kennedy, the aftermath, he launched the most aggressive war on organized crime in history. Mob convictions increased by 800% during the Kennedy administration. The word is he found out that was the deal that was made, and he was pissed off about it. Robert Kennedy, Attorney General at that time, he was pissed off about it. So he wanted to he was trying to get rid of all of the mob because, he took that as like, he looked at that like he wanted to get rid of, like, how do I put it? In their mind, they were trying to be good old boys. They were trying to get rid of all the corruption in America, and they seen the corruption and how it was to even get them president and how this corruption, even though he came from somebody that was corrupt because he was doing insider trading. Right. But you got to think these are sheltered white boys. You know what I'm saying? They've been rich their whole life. They don't really, they think of America as this great place. America's a land of opportunity. You get what I'm saying? And then now to come to it, they seeing that all the corruption going on in America. Like, man, you just buying votes. You just buying politicians, they seeing this, they like, yo, let's get rid of this stuff, right? So let me see. Let's go to let's see where we at. Let's go to, let me see, do we need to go there? Let's go to background inheritance. Let's skip some of that. Skip a few.
Oh God, you want to read that?
Yeah, you can start on there.
Background, the inheritance.
Mm-hmm.
Castro, the CIA, and Eisenhower's plan.
Mm-hmm.
Their revolution. Fidel Castro overthrows the U.S.-backed dictator
Fulgencio Batista.
Initially visiting the U.S. Castro soon pivots to the Soviet Union, nationalizing American sugar and oil assets worth millions.
So basically, you read the impact.
Impact. A communist beachhead is established 90 miles from Florida.
Okay, so Fidel, he got America's participation by saying we're gonna be friendly with America, we're gonna be good, we're gonna be, friends with y'all and all that, right? The other thing people don't know, they were the mob had a bunch of casinos in Cuba at this time. A bunch of casinos, right? Making stupid amount of money from the Cubans and people that wanted to visit Cuba. So they just hand over fist, just getting it. And then Castro, they wanted to put Castro because they were thinking like Castro was going to be more like accepting of everything America. Then when he got in, he was like, psych. And he went and he took off and said, I'm gonna work with Russia. But because here's the thing, it was gonna be pivotal for Russia. Russia wanted to be friends with Cuba because it gives them an ally 90 miles off of America's border, their biggest competitor.
Right. So like it, sir.
Go ahead.
But if I could, sir, Fidel Castro requested to have a sit down with JFK personally, but they said JFK had turned the meeting down because they felt like Fidel Castro was like less than.
I never heard of that before.
Okay, so like
I never heard of that before.
Which is why he went to Russia.
No, I think he went to Russia before. It might have not been Kennedy. It might have been the person before Kennedy. It might have been Nixon. I think Nixon was before Kennedy.
You know what? So like,
I think that might have happened then, but I don't think it might have been with Nixon. Nixon was a different president than Kennedy.
I'm so sorry.
No, you too wild, but that may have happened. But because Nixon was probably on like the rest of the presidents trying to take over. He was trying to move into that place, and so he probably was to a degree like that. That's possibly true. But Kennedy, because soon as Kennedy got in, they trying to take over. They was trying to. Cause I knew the timeline was off a little bit. Because soon as Kennedy got in, he was president for 15 minutes, and all of a sudden they trying to go in to do the Bay of Pigs, which Nixon authorized. He just kind of was like, I mean, I guess this is what we doing. He just was there, right? All right, go to order.
Order. March 2nd.
It was Eisenhower, as we said, Eisenhower.
President Eisenhower authorizes the CIA to organize, train, and equip Cuban exiles as a guerrilla force to overthrow Castro. The plan is modeled after the successful 1954 CIA coup in Guatemala.
Yeah, CIA going to places, taking over stuff to benefit rich people. Not for America, rich people. Go ahead.
The trap. By the time JFK is elected, the CIA has a small.
Oh no, well, it says strategy, the plausible deniability, the U.S. hand must not be seen. Go ahead. The trap.
The trap. By the time JFK is elected, the CIA has a small army training in Guatemala. Allen Dulles presents the plan as a guaranteed success that is too advanced to stop without political disaster.
Mm-hmm.
Dilemma. cancel the plan and look weak on communism, or proceed with a plan he didn't design.
So this is the dilemma that Kennedy was in. He didn't design a plan if he canceled it because like he was already getting a lot of backlash because he was so young. He was only like in his 40s. He was like extremely young to be a president. He was like, most presidents be old as hell, like Biden, damn near one foot in the grave and he'd be the president. But he was like a young president, energetic. So people was like, and they thought he was going to be soft on communism, right? Because they just thought like, because he didn't have what his brother had. Everybody knew of his brother. He didn't have that essence like his brother did. So they thought he was going to be soft on communism. And he thought, and even Allen Dulles, what they don't tell you else too. Allen Dulles, he set it up because he thought that he wanted the airstrikes to happen anyway. So he's thinking Kennedy's going to go with the airstrikes, and he was surprised he didn't go for it. And then that's when he wanted to get rid of the CIA. Go ahead, go to April 15, the next page.
Come, April 15th, 1961. The disaster unfolds. April 15th, the botched airstrikes. CIA bombers miss key target. The cover story falls apart immediately, alerting Castro to the imminent invasion. April 17th, the landing. Brigade 2,506 land at Playa Giron, Bay of Pigs. They are immediately pinned down by Castro's superior forces.
April
18th, the trap closes. Castro's T-33 jets sink the supply ships Houston and Rio Escondido, destroying ammunition and communications gear. April 19th, the surrender. Kennedy refuses to authorize the U.S. air support to save the beachhead. Over 1,100 men are captured, 114 are killed.
Okay. Now, do you know why it failed?
Invasion?
Yeah.
I mean, so like if I could,
Go ahead.
Castro got the tip. I mean, he know the terrain. I mean, clearly America is corrupt, right? Which means somebody in America is working with Cuba. So somebody giving Castro inside information, giving him a heads up, and then, the failed bombing attack. It's just a combination of those things. I feel was, which is why the invasion kind of failed.
Okay, I'm trying to get the exact one. Okay. Reason why it failed is because hold on. I'm trying to get it to show me exactly what was going on. Trying to get something to show me exactly what was going on. So basically, at this time, which is like a whole lot, a lot of people don't know. At this time, they took the weapons. They took the weapons from there and diverted a lot of their weapons over to Israel. That's a small known fact. They diverted them over to Israel. So they were pinned down. A lot of stuff they didn't have, the weapons they needed to have. So then when Kennedy, because what they do is they rile up. Another thing that they'll do, especially Israelis, they'll use their power that they have. They use their power that they have amongst everybody. And what they'll do is they'll start up a war so they can get them weapons to send them over to Israel, so they go and fight their battles over there.
Was that before 1948 though, or
that was after 1940? But no, they do it all the time. So a lot of times, like even the 1948, after that, they took weapons left from World War II to go over to Israel. Use all them weapons. The other thing that they don't talk, I think it's Operation Paperclip. They took the Germans that was over there, Nazis that they so-called hate. They took Nazi generals, Nazi scientists, and had them go develop the atomic bomb. Yeah. Develop all that nuclear research and all that stuff like that. They took all of that. They took those Nazis and had them learn how to make the atomic bomb.
When you say they, you saying
Jewish people.
Yeah, the Jewish people
recruited. Yeah, Jewish people were along with Americans. Now both sides was in there. Both of them was in there. They wanted to have that atomic bomb, and they knew America can do it. They can't really do it because they in the war. They wanted to have that atomic bomb. And Priest, can you do me a favor? Can you I'm sorry, you a trooper, Shalaki. Go to Wikipedia and look up NUMEC. NUMEC. NUMEC.
Block Instructor. I know one of the programs was Fat Man and Little Boy. Was the name of one of their projects. So like, is this what you do?
I can't see that. Is it like the Apollo affair or something like that?
Anything else I can add to?
We'll put in the Apollo affair. The Apollo affair. You got that?
Come on. I'm pretty sure this too.
It's hard to really find like exactly when all this stuff happened, but
Come on. The Apollo affair or NUMEC affair was a 1965 incident in which a U.S. company, NUMEC, in the Pittsburgh suburb of Apollo and Parks Township, Pennsylvania, was investigated for losing 200 to 600 pounds of highly enriched uranium with suspicion that it had gone to Israel's nuclear weapons program.
They know about this, did you? So just remember that we're gonna table that for just 1 second. We're gonna go back into that. All right. So things been getting smuggled to Israel the whole time. After the German war, we did basically was war against Germany. We did that the World War II. They took all the weapons to send over there, and they start developing nuclear power, but they had to get it over to Israel. Go ahead.
So like, this all leading up to why JFK got unalive.
Yeah, we on the way there.
Right. Okay.
We on the way there. We on the way there. We on the way there. All right, let's see where we at. The Bosch Ash airstrikes. All right, go to the aftermath.
Come on, the aftermath.
Are you able to see it online too? You got to make sure. Okay.
The aftermath. War with the CIA. Personal action termination. So like personnel action termination. Alan Dulles, Director of Central Intelligence.
Got the boot. Go ahead.
Richard Bizzell, Deputy Director for Plans.
Got the boot. Go ahead.
Charles Cavell, Deputy Director of Central Intelligence.
Got the boot. Now go to the other one. Go to on the side. What he said.
I want to splinter the CIA into 1,000 pieces and scatter it to the wind. President JFK.
You want to get rid of that. You want to get rid of that. Get him up out of here. Right. So now who's his enemy right now?
CIA.
Yep. He also made enemies now. His brother's going against the mafia. Right.
Yeah, so he he got war on a lot of different fronts.
Mm-hmm.
He got enemies with the government, and then he got enemies with the underworld.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Now go to nuclear proliferation.
Nuclear proliferation. The doctrine of containment. I see the possibility in the 1970s of the president of the United States having to face a world in which 15 or 20 or 25 nations may have these weapons. JFK.
Yeah, he said that he's feeling like there's going to be a whole lot of people having these weapons. He didn't want everybody to have these weapons. Why didn't they want people to have these weapons? Why do you think?
Level playing field.
No. He didn't want these weapons. What I think personally, my personal thing, he's a Catholic. They knew that World War III is the war of nuclear bombs.
Right.
He didn't want the world in. That's what I'm thinking personally.
Right.
I can't prove that, of course, but that's what I think personally. He knew that if everybody started having these weapons, there's going to be war everywhere. Right? So go ahead.
So the policy. Kennedy viewed the spread of nuclear weapons as the single greatest threat to global stability. He was determined to stop new nation allies or enemies from acquiring the bomb, the target, the Mona. Intelligence reports indicated that Israel was secretly constructing a nuclear reactor in the Negev desert. The Israeli government publicly claimed it was a textile plant.
Yes.
It's like, sir.
Go ahead.
The white man is the goddamn.
They even the devil to each other. That's how you know they the devil. How you gonna be the devil to your own nation of people, man? That's crazy. Like the United States came in and dismantled Germany so y'all can get out that y'all say, we can got our own things at the Holocaust. Let's just go with the narrative. He got y'all out, and y'all gonna secretly go develop nuclear bombs for who?
It did say it's a textile.
Yeah, the textile plant, bro. It's ridiculous. Man, yo, and this thing might not say it, but it got so bad they sent inspectors there, right? These, I was about to say Negroes, they not Negroes, but these devils, the king devils, these dudes, they made a whole mock building that contained nothing. And they went there and said, "Oh, we can't find anything." And then Kennedy he's on record saying, "I'm so sick of these bastards. They keep lying to us." So he's getting pissed off with these bastards. He's getting pissed off with them. He's like, "Man, I thought we was the devil, but yeah, dang. He ain't over here."
Built a whole nother building.
Whole nother building. Exactly.
So, like, if I could, sir, am I mistaken? In World War II, they had built like fake tanks to show the power and the might, and it was like they looked like balloons, but it was like fake tanks, and they were just trying to show a fake intimidation to the enemies. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not sure it's possible. I'm not sure. That's so much with World War II, man. When you really start, it's so much World War I or World War II. We've been told so much lies amongst that. Like you was told Hitler was the greatest. Like it's Satan and it's Hitler. That's what you've been told your whole life. And that's not true. You know what I'm saying? Did he probably do some stuff? Yeah, of course. Every political leader has done some killing and done some things, but he's not nearly as bad as they said he was. Winston Churchill did some evil. Everybody put him up on a pedestal. He did some evil. They all did, right? They made what's his name? Stalin, like he was the greatest Satan. It was a whole man. It's so much. It's so crazy. When you start looking into the Bolsheviks, what they did, they wanted to kill white Christians in Russia. They wanted to kill them over there. They just start doing stuff to them. It's ridiculous. That's why they put them in their own little spots, because they was like, man, I'm sick of y'all. They had a reason why they was putting them in their own little cities like that, and ghettos. They had a reason.
It's like, sir, in 1963, was America at war with Vietnam at that time? Or
No. I mean, it might have been like some chatter or some stuff, some stuff like that, but no, it hadn't really popped off yet.
So why?
But,
Because Vietnam didn't start till after.
Yeah. Okay. But it was like, just like anything, like, little stuff, like World War II was going on before we got to it in 1940 or 1941. It was already starting and having little skirmishes before we got there. So the same thing with Vietnam War. And I found out the Vietnam War was really to help Israel too. It wasn't even for us.
Right. So the reason I was saying that, because like with these different proxy wars going on across the planet now, like who is to determine and say, okay, we are officially in World War III? You know what I'm saying? When it comes to the prophecies lining up, you know what I mean?
I mean, no, we're in World War III now.
Yeah.
We are in World War III. They're not necessarily naming it World War III, but we've been in World War III since like the World Trade Centers, I would expect. It's just not, but you got to think World War I was different than World War II. World War III is going to be different from World War II, because, they almost 100 years apart, from like 60 years apart. So the amount of technology and the ways that it's better to do proxy wars, because it uses less of your personnel. All you doing is sending weapons. You send over a special forces group, teach them how to do guerrilla tactics, teach them how to do that, which they learn from Native Americans. They teach them how to do guerrilla tactics and how to do weapons the right way and all that. And they send them over there with a little bit of support to go and fight against whoever is in power, and they install somebody else. That's all done. CIA, that's why they made the CIA, to do that. They want that person to play ball with America to do what? Increase the money. And increase money. The money ain't coming to you. Who the money going to? You going to the oil people? It's going to the whoever, just whatever. It could be whatever that place is. Like, it's a whole, maybe I'll do a class on it one day, but it's a whole thing they had just over the damn banana. Like, war has been fought because so much money was made for Chiquita bananas, bro. They murdered probably thousands of people for that damn banana. There was so much money involved in that banana, because the banana, they couldn't get bananas over here. So because like they were spoiled before they got over here. There's no bananas, they go bad real fast. They had a certain banana they were able to get over here, and it was like a war fought out by that damn banana. It's over bananas, man. So it's craziness, man. But yeah, it's already started. It just might not be in the heat of the battle, but where it's actually where you seeing war everywhere. But it's just warming up. You know what I'm saying?
So basically, it's just not at a full scale.
No, it's not full scale. But I mean, wars are happening though. Like we said, it was going to be a war with Agog and Magog. That's what's happening. That's Ukraine and Russia. Israel going to be doing stuff, stupid stuff like they keep doing. Want to fight with Iran. They want to destabilize Iran because that's the only enemy in the whole region. You're right. That's the only one left. That's the only one, because nobody else can tangle with Israel other than Iran. Iran is the only significant force against Israel, and they want to attack them now because they had the weakest they've ever been. See what I'm saying? Because they supported the Houthis, Hamas, and all the people all around Israel. They defeated all of them. They have defeated Syria, defeated all them other countries. The only one left is them. And Iran, that's the breadbasket of the Middle East. They got all of the agriculture, because you can't really grow a lot in that area like that. Iran is the only place that you can actually grow something in. So even though they hate Iran, they still got to buy their fruits and vegetables because they got to eat. So they want to destabilize that, put somebody in their control or stable. They really want to grow greater Israel. So there's nothing when they don't talk about. They've said it in quiet meetings, but they don't say it out in public. That they want to grow greater Israel to probably include some of that region too. Well, they all kind of in together. Mossad is they CIA. They all kind of in together because they all were started in together. The Mossad, like they learned all of those tactics and how to do stuff from the Russian CIA version, KGB. And the KGB was started by Israelis. Well, they weren't Israelis then, but they started by Jewish people. Yeah. They started all that, came over here. They helped to start it up over here. They were instrumental in starting up the CIA here and the OSS to get everything started up. And because what they do is like all this, if you're noticing all of this stuff here, was Kennedy, which he might have known too. But you see everything he's doing, he's fighting against Israel. He's fighting against the mafia, which people don't know. They all in together. Because how do you get your money to do because what the CIA does is criminal activity. Right. To go over to another nation and do that, that's criminal activity. How do you get your money to have off books money to do these things? You got to do criminal activity. The criminal activity comes from the mafia. Right. Who started the mafia? The Jewish mafia.
So the mafia started from the Jewish and then it spread to the Italians, going down from there to the Irish mob. Wow.
They all learned from them.
All learned from the Jewish. So what the Jewish, like what is, so like if I could, and this be my last question, like with Israel, would Israel be another territory like the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico?
What do you mean? Like they're another one?
Like how America controls the Virgin Islands and Puerto Rico.
No, it's not like that. It's not like that. It's not like that here. Right now, so I don't know if I can hear the brother. He's asking, like, is Israel like a Virgin Islands to America? No, they after 1960s, which is what we're gonna get into, they made America like that to Israel. America is like a colony now to Israel. That's what blows people's mind. Like, of course, America has more people, different things. Of course, it has all these different things, but all of their foreign policy revolves around Israel. All of it, damn near, revolves around what Israel wants.
Like I was gonna ask you that too. That's my question. I was gonna ask if Israel really runs America.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna ask that. And then everything that Israel is asking for, Trump supplying it right now. Like you can see, Trump.
Yeah, like people didn't like. We knew that either it was gonna be Trump or Harris. Either one of them was gonna support Israel. That was just gonna be what it is. But I heard people say, yeah, I knew Trump was gonna go for Israel. But I didn't think he gonna do it that fast. It's like he just bent over and said, "Here you go." Like he just said, "Do what you do." Go ahead.
They always been unique to them. Like out of anybody, they've been unique.
They always been the need to them real quick. So, but everybody thought he was gonna have at least a little bit of gusto. Hey, chill out. But nah, he just said, "Nah, it's you can have it. It's yours." So yeah, it's bad. So. Because what another thing a lot of people didn't know is that when Trump he put he changed the you got like ambassadors. He changed the place where they had it. I can't remember if he changed it from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem or vice versa, but they built it there, and that was something that Israel wanted to do. And then Netanyahu, when he lost, he was the first person to go to Biden and congratulate him on the win. So Trump was a little salty because of that. But it still didn't stop him from, kissing they behind. But that just show you that it didn't matter who was the vice president Biden was in. Harris. So it was gonna be the same way no matter what. It didn't matter, but it just, people thought he was going because he said about no wars, and you see what we in wars. These wars was gonna happen no matter who was the president. I'm just telling you, they was all gonna happen. Most, of course, because the Most High said it was gonna happen. But then too, the president don't run nothing. He's the person that get all the blame and all of the glory, depending on how things go. He the one that got to help them to supply their narrative and everything.
Like the CEO.
Yeah, he's the CEO.
CEO of America.
Now you want to say the CEO because the CEO can make decisions. He's like the try to think of a good word. Like he's like right now, like Jeff Bezos, the person over Amazon. He's the face of Amazon. He ain't even in the executive committee no more. A lot of people don't even know that. So he makes no decisions about what's going on with Amazon. But he's still the face of Amazon. That's what he is, essentially. So he really makes no decisions. He might have a little bit of say because he might have a high amount of stock or shares. So he might have a little bit of say about what's going on. But he's not in the day-to-day because he's not the CEO no more. I don't think he's even in the executive, the executive committee or whatever you want to call it. He's not in the C-suite no more. All right, let's go ahead and try to finish up because it's already getting late, boy. I ain't even get to everything yet. Go to the Battle of Letters, the next one.
Battle of Letters.
Mm-hmm.
JFK, like Kennedy versus
Ben Gurion.
1963. Top secret from the president. I'm sure you agree that you cannot permit the development of nuclear weapons. I'm asking that you agree to semi-annual inspection of the Mona by American scientists. Top secret, the threat. This government's commitment to and support of Israel could be seriously jeopardized if it should be thought that we were unable to obtain reliable information.
Mm-hmm.
From Prime Minister Ben Gurion reportedly evaded the request.
He repeatedly evaded the request.
Repeatedly evaded the request, claiming the facility was a textile plant or a desalination research station.
Desalination is when you turn seawater into drinkable water.
Okay.
All right. It's a process you got to take it through. You basically make it real quick. You basically heat up the water, make it evaporate, turn the water. You separate the water from the salt, and you just let the water evaporate, and you collect the water. It requires a lot of power to do that, but they call it desalination because they don't really have like the rivers. They don't have a lot of rivers to go through there, so they take the water from the ocean. They can desalinize it. So it's real quick and easy. All right, the Farah battle. So basically, I wish they gave more letters on here, but Kennedy was giving some forceful letters like, yo, y'all need to, you need to do this. You need to let us come over here. And he was just saying like, nah, he just kept making excuses and all of that stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Yep. And then it might say it later on, but then what Ben Gurion ended up doing, he resigned. You know why he resigned? Because if you resign, you got to do all the stuff, the negotiations all over again. And during this when he resigned was the summer of 1963. Now what happens in November of 1963?
Election.
No.
It's not a president election. November.
No, 1963.
November 1963.
That would be 64. That would happen.
Oh, okay.
What happened November 22nd, 1963?
Is that the start of the Vietnam War?
No.
Is that the Cuban Missile Crisis?
Nah. Happened 1960, 1961.
Okay. I don't know, sir.
Kenny got his head blown off. So this place was this, so they knew that this was already taking place. All this stuff was already taking place. They already had the people they was gonna have to kill Kennedy during the time in June. So that he resigned so that the place that he can stop it or whatever from happening. So you go to the far battle, next slide, the target American Zionist Council. That was the original AIPAC. That was the original AIPAC. AIPAC is the American Israeli Public Action Committee, where they would lobby. They lobby for different people in like political power. They lobby. Basically, they lobbying is fancy white people term for no what's the word? You give somebody money, you want them to do something. Bribe. Yeah, I can't think of the B word. It's legal bribery, essentially. Legal bribery. So they was having a problem. They wanted to register under FARA, which is like the foreign associate, like they want like the foreign like entity. So they want to know. So you got to show where all your money's coming from. He kept having a battle with them. He wanted them to have for the nuclear to say what y'all got going on. He also wanted to know about this stuff when it came to Israel. He wanted to know that. So the AZC was acting as a conduit for funds for the Jewish agency in Israel, but to influence American public opinion and policy. The violation under Foreign Agents Registration Act, FAR of 1938, any entity funded by a foreign power must register as a foreign agent. The agency has failed to do so. The crackdown, C-263, Attorney General RFK, Department of Justice demanded the agency register. This would have forced them to open their financial books and declare their foreign allegiance. He wanted to see what they was sending to getting their money from. The AIPAC solution, bypassing the next slide, bypassing the Foreign Agency Registration Act, AZC, the funding, the Jewish Agency Israel, status on the DOJ investigation requirement must register as a foreign agent. So they said, you know what? We're going to do a reorganization. We became AIPAC, American Israel Public Affairs Committee, funding private American donors, domestic nonprofit, exempt from FARA. So now they did something to try to say that, well, this is coming from American citizens that's Jewish. So now to try to make it, so I think, you know, that was, so they did, because they didn't want to open up their book to see where their money was coming from. Right? So go to the next one. Intelligence and crime, the CIA, fly all over the Bay of Pigs, fired Dulles, the threatened to dismantle the agency. He couldn't dismantle the CIA like that because you know why? They had dirt on him and what he was doing with with the old girl, Marilyn Monroe.
Oh, sneaking the back door.
Mm-hmm. So he had dirt on him, so he couldn't get rid of him like he wanted to, because they had dirt on him. All right. Mm-hmm. The Israel conflict, nuclear standoff, JFK's ultimatum to Ben Gurion regarding Dimona inspections created a diplomatic crisis. Far about it. DOJ's demand for the American Zionist Council to register as foreign agents threatened the lobby's existence. Why would it threaten their existence if all they had to do was show their money, where it was coming from? Why do see how they try to make it like Kennedy was the enemy? Right. How you gonna be the enemy when you want another foreign nation? And what when they lobbying, which like I said is bribery, you got legal bribery set up, and you make it like Kennedy is the enemy for wanting them to show that they getting it from foreign places. So how is he the enemy? We see how they formulate, how to frame the sentence or whatever. Yes, sir. By November 1963, Kennedy was not fighting a single political opponent. He was simultaneously at war with the National Security State, Organized Crime Syndicate, and the Israel Lobby. Any one of these conflicts carried political risk. Together, they created a perfect storm of powerful entities with a shared interest in his removal. Threat level critical. Next slide. So the colonial break, he broke traditional European allies for openly exposing French oppression in Algeria and Indochina. He argued that U.S. must support the independence of developing nations, creating friction with established powers. The Cold War crucible term was defined by the Cuban Missile Crisis and escalating situation in Vietnam. And these external pressures were compounded by the external battle to dismantle the CIA's unchecked power. So let me see what all this is. So next one. So to whom it was benefit, the principle used to investigations likely perpetrators often gain materially or politically. The CIA, Kennedy threats to limit the agency where it eased. He also said that he felt that the CIA was a government within a government. So what do they call that now? What's that term they call it?
Government within the government?
Yeah, they call it now. I forget what's the term. Nah, they've been calling it like recently, been calling it. Sometimes they call it the blob. They call it the let me see real quick.
Deep state.
There you go, deep state. That's what the deep state is. He was saying the deep state before that. Y'all crazy. Yeah. All right, Israel pressure over inspections at Dimona eased quickly. A more lean U.S. stance followed. Military-industrial complex withdrawal plans were halted from escalation in Vietnam. Vietnam accelerated under the next administration. Organized crime and moving JFK reduced immediate pressure from RFK's persecution. Short-term relief for mob interest. Because if you get rid of RFK, what would happen? JFK just gonna be more pissed off and go after even harder. But you get rid of JFK, it takes away the power that RFK has because he can only do what the president allows. And you already know what President Johnson was, right? Mm-hmm. Lyndon B. Johnson.
What do you mean? What was he? Dirty devil?
Well, yeah, of course he's that, but he's always gonna be a devil. Always gonna be a devil.
Super devil.
Lyndon B. Johnson. Go to early life. Lyndon B. Johnson. Lyndon Baines Johnson was born on August 27, 1908. Let's go. His eldest is Samuel Ely Johnson Jr. and Rebecca Baines. He was not given a name. Let me see if I go to it.
Like a slave owner.
Yeah, dude, on it.
Or a descendant of a slave owner, 1908.
All right, Kyle, hold on a second. And let me see here. Okay. Now, I don't know if it's gonna say it, but basically his mother was Jewish. Okay.
What?
Yep. Kind of.
Last name Johnson?
Well, that wasn't his mother's last name.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So, but just to try to say his mother was Jewish. His aunt, his mother's sister was like a big like she was doing all the marches for Jewish people, and he spent a lot of time with her. So of course, when it came to that, he was like, "Yeah, I'm body with y'all. I'm waiting with y'all." So he stopped all that stuff from happening. It was even reports said that Johnson was a friend indeed to the Jewish people, and he said he's even they sometimes you'll see it somewhere. He don't like to try to say it, but they say he was the first Jewish president.
God. Lead back to those super dope.
God, all of them.
Jewish man is super dope.
That's exactly. He Super Saiyan devil.
Super dope, yeah. Stop that. No, you didn't.
All right, let's try to wrap this up, man. We got you two out. Let's just get it because you already running. You running real late. Okay, the Kennedy direction will change. Will change. The Kennedy direction. The order withdraw of 1,000 U.S. military personnel by end of 1963. Will change over there Vietnam. signed days after Dallas reversed withdrawal and authorized covert operations against North Vietnam. Right away. The ultimatum demanded biannual inspections of Dimona or loss of U.S. support. You see right here, strategic ambiguity. Inspections became perfunctory. The U.S. effectively accepted Israel's nuclear status. Next, with hostile reform, sought to reduce CIA power and transfer paramilitary ops to the Pentagon. What happened? Full partnership. LBG relied heavily on the agency. Reform efforts were abandoned. He was trying to reform them, get them on the right track, and he said, "Nope, keep them like they was." So let me see. Trying to see lessons for the day, key takeaways. Okay, let's try to see here.
So Israel just basically.
Oh yeah, it was disgusting. Go to let me see. Go to June 8th, 1967. You got to go down a few.
They bastardized our land.
You got there? Just slide 35. That help out. All right, go ahead and read that from me.
June 8, 1967, attack on American soil. USS Liberty incident. Incident report, USS Liberty, location, international water, attackers, Israeli Air Force and Navy, duration, 2+ hours, sustained fire, 34 killed, 171 wounded, American casualties, evidence against mistaken identity, ship clearly marked with U.S. flag and hull numbers, Israeli pilots overflew ship multiple times before attack. Attack lasted over 2 hours in clear daylight. Liberty top
speed is
like a top speed 5 knots versus alleged target 30 knots.
It's just slow.
The presidential cover-up. President Johnson ordered the recall of U.S. fighter jets scrambled to defend the Liberty. Survivors were ordered to never speak about the incident. Admiral Thomas Warner, chairman of Joint Chiefs.
Yep, and he even said this on record. I'm saying, he said, "I'm not going to destroy our relationship with Israel over some sailors. These supposed to be your soldiers."
Right.
And it's even some people thinking that they put them there on purpose because what they wanted to do, they attacked them to try to say, because they wanted to destroy it, right? So what they wanted to do was say that make it seem like Egypt did that. So now America will go fight Egypt. But they didn't destroy the ship. They did it. I mean, they bombed the hell out of that ship. They did jets flying over them, and they did ships came and hit them. And they didn't blow down the ship. They didn't tear down the ship.
Right. And it was discovered that that was Israel and America.
But no, the people knew it was Israel.
Right.
They had Israel on the thing with the Israel flag. They say that's Israel. So,
but Johnson behind it, like you said, his mom is Israel. So he got that Jewish sentiment.
Yeah, they had the Jewish, they call the Star, the Shield of David. They had that on the ship. They knew it was them.
So the most important thing, they got armed shield doing all this wickedness. Like, imagine that.
They had all that on there. The survivors would tell you they knew it was them. Well, so like I'll tell you this: the ships. Okay, let me paraphrase. The dude when he was speaking, he said first he'll tell you. I'll go a little bit clearer. They saw the Israeli planes. They waved at them because they're supposed to be our ally. Hey, everybody waved at them. Cool. Later on, ships start coming in and attack them. They took off the signs off the planes, right? Took off the planes. The planes didn't destroy them. Then they saw the ships come in, and they was like, "Oh, cool! They coming to help us." All of a sudden, boom! Start exploding, and they realized they was attacking them too. Then when they landed, they seen them. They knew they was Israelis. They landed on the ship. Yeah, kind. And that dude, Numek, I just want you to hear Numek. I don't know if it's related, but the dude that helped Numek, they get them. And then I'm not sure when it happened. I don't know exactly. But Numek is where they took they took the weapons and sent it over to Israel, right? They sent it over to Israel. And that person's last name is also Shapiro. Huh? You said what? Yeah, Shapiro, that's the super devil. That's what I'm saying. They sent it over to Israel. And guess the person that you remember, that guy Ben Shapiro? I don't know if they related.
Oh yeah, God.
I don't know if they related.
That's modern. He modern, right?
He right around now, yeah. I don't know if they related.
Everybody's speaking against him right now too. They say he's losing. Like you said, they told you the word talking about losing 200 to 600 pounds.
Yeah, no, he lost it. They sent it over to Israel. They shipped it at that time. Israel was running a lot of that stuff in like the Jersey border, like a lot of them ships, and they shipped that over to Israel. So they can enrich because they was already enriching it. They just needed some of that. They needed some more enrichment to get there. All right. Let's go to April 4th, 1968. Oh no, you can go to Robert F. Kennedy's mission real quick. Let's hit that real fast. 36, right before April 4th. End of Vietnam. He wanted to end the Vietnam, address poverty and racial injustice, and restore the vision of the new frontier, unite the working class and minority voters. Unstated goal. RFK never believed in the Warren Commission. He never believed that, the Warren Commission is what came out about his brother's killing, his brother's assassination. They said that it was just Oswald all by himself, picked up a gun, shot him in the back of the head, and had his head went backwards, like you don't know gravity and inertia and physics. Like, what the hell? Like, you don't shoot somebody and behind them and their head splats backwards. It's impossible, right? So that happens. So now, so that's what they did that. And he said he would have full executive authority to declassify intelligence files, purge the CIA, and reopen investigation into his brother's assassination. Just as I went into politics because Joe died, if anything happened to me tomorrow, my brother Bobby would run. That's what John F. Kennedy said. April 4th, 1968, the assassination of Martin Luther King Jr. Dr. King was in Memphis supporting striking sanitation workers. He was leading the Poor People's Campaign, challenging not just segregation, but economic equality in the Vietnam War. His death removed the moral center of the civil rights movement. I've been seeing, I got to do more research. They said that's what actually got him killed. It's because he was going against the Vietnam War. Who won the Vietnam War? Israel. Washington, D.C., Chicago, Baltimore, Kansas City, Detroit, Pittsburgh. All these 110 cities rioted, 43 deaths, 21,000 injuries. So, and then here's Indianapolis the same day. The speech that stopped the riot. This is R.F. Kennedy. He said, for those of you who are black and attempted to be filled with hatred, I can only say that I feel in my own heart the same kind of feeling. I had a member of my family killed, but he was killed by a white man. My favorite poet was whoever. He wrote in our sleep, pain which cannot forget falls, drop by drop upon the heart until our own despair against our will. So basically, with all this stuff happened, he was able to calm down Indianapolis. That's what he was speaking at that day. Indianapolis didn't riot as far as all the other cities. And they saying that because what they really want, here's what they want. Jewish people want us fighting with white people, right? They want us fighting with white people all of the time, but not with Jewish white people. They want us fighting with white people all of the time, because when we fight against them, white people hate us. We hate them, which one we should hate. I'm not saying, put like this, we should not be together. I'm not stating that. But they keep all of the focus on us hating each other instead of us seeing they are an enemy. They're directing all of that. Even I was watching Captain Zariak. He was talking to the other white boy, Jake Shields. If y'all watched that interview, he was saying that they make us like we should be mortal enemies when they are enemy too. Like they make us absolve them from all this stuff. He was talking about when he had the Amalek devil on there, he didn't take no accountability for what he did. And Jake Shields said, yo, white people was really effed up to black people. We did some effed up things. He taking accountability of it. The Amalek was like, no, we had nothing to do with it. He didn't take none of it. And so that's why he was even coming up and saying they organize things to have us fighting each other. They got us fighting with the Mexicans. It's not about that they want us fighting. They just want us fighting in general while they are together. They might have little bickers back and forth, but they all, if you notice both sides of them, whether they're Republican or Democrat, they all support Israel and taking over United States. they all for that. Making it's like making the USA bend to whatever they want. They all for that. Let's see here, June 5th. And then here's what happened. June 5th. That was April 4th, June 5th, the final nail. Moments after winning the California primary, putting him on the path to Democratic nomination, Robert F. Kennedy was shot. His death ensured that the investigation into his brother's murder will never be reopened. The investigation to JFK's assassination, the anti-war movement, this is what died with him. The investigation to his assassination, anti-war movement, his political leadership, the bridge between white working class and black civil rights, the last challenge to the permanent government was gone when he died, right? And there's even like, there was even like, you got to look it up. There was a lady that called, I believe, to announce that was saying they was going to try to kill JFK that day. Her whole lineage is like her people is Jewish mob, I believe. They are a Jewish mob. She called, somebody said that somebody called to say that this happened. It didn't get through to the Secret Service, probably because it was being blocked, because some of the Secret Service was in on it, obviously. So it didn't go through to where it needed to go through. And then all of a sudden, that this lady that was Jewish that would have been in the know, possibly even knowing that, dead. So yeah, it's sick, man. So that's just to show you that. And then even when he died, the person that killed him, Sirhan, when he killed him, he had a note in his pocket that said "Death to America, death to Israel." That they were saying that he put this thing in. They said he's the one that killed them. They killed JFK. I'm sorry, RFK. When that's impossible. Because he was in front of him, probably about a good 2 feet away from him, shooting with a 22 caliber gun. They only had 8 bullets. They found 13 bullets. Accounted for 13 bullets. And then the person, when RFK was shot in his neck right here, he had the muzzle star. When you have, like, you get shot close by, you have like the muzzle burn on your skin. He had that on the side of his neck right here, point blank range. And Sirhan was at least 2 feet away from him. You wouldn't have left that, especially with a 22. You know what I'm saying? And so that's what killed him. And then he even grabbed. You'll see a picture of him laying there dying. He grabbed his clip-on tie to say, like, this is the person that killed me. And then somebody else came in, took the tie out of his hand and put a rosary because his name was Catholic. So then there's other things that said Martin Luther King that he didn't, because he wasn't dead when he got shot. A lot of people don't know that. They said it's people saying that he was killed in the hospital on the way to the hospital. He didn't die from that shot. It messed him up. Why he wasn't gonna speak no more because he got shot in his jaw. So then they said he got snubbed out in the hospital, and all of this because of Israel is doing all of this. So that's when America got taken. That's when the final nail was put into the coffin. Was in the 1960s. That turned America over to Israel. That's when America became Israel colony, essentially. What we do to Vietnam, that's what they did to us after that. Exactly. So, all right. So we running late. So I just wanted to finish that all up. Any other questions on here? Anybody got any questions? All right. Nobody questions in the room? Yeah. Huh? Yeah, man. There's more. I mean, let's go with elephant in the room. What was Charlie Kirk doing before he died? I mean, I don't know.
To your point, even the Jake Shields, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying that I'm concerned about Jake Shields.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I'm looking at him like that. Is he gonna be the next target? Because he ain't with MLA.
Exactly, he not with them. They threaten
people in America is kind of like calling out.
You know what I said too. I said as one of the brothers in one brother school. I was at a conversation. I said it straight to him when I get a lot of information like from different people. Like I watch like Candace Owens. She got a lot of history. She'll show history on there. That's where you find out like B'nai B'rith, which shows like that's the Jewish overt Masons or whatever. You start looking it up because the thing about history is the thing that makes it hard to find out about Jewish history is not that it's not there, it's that you don't know what it's called.
Right.
When you look up and find out what it's called, and she's good about putting them names out. There's another guy named David Irving. He tells a lot about World War II history. There was a one black dude. He a slave master loving black dude, but he came out with a lot of stuff about Martin Luther King to show what his real intentions were. So I look at it as, even though I don't like him, he's still going, because once you get that piece that you can find, you can research that, that's when all of the truth starts coming in. Ian Carroll is another guy. He started looking into different things. Such as like BlackRock. He just started looking at how all the companies own each other. They all own each other. It's ridiculous. BlackRock, State Street all own each other. Ain't that crazy? And they all own Kraft, and Kraft owns some of them. It's crazy, but you look at it. No wonder we in hell. Like you just see why we in hell. Yeah, they own a lot of them own Brookshire, own parts of, got shares in Berkshire Hathaway, and that's through the other white dude, Warren Buffett. What's crazy, he the cleanest one, it seemed like.
It seemed like
Buffett, I mean, as I said, seemed like. It ain't nothing came out about him. That's what I'm saying. Nothing came out, nothing extra came out about him from just on the surface. He looked like the cleanest one. But it's because there's so much just dirtiness that you'll find when you start researching this. It's even so bad when you start looking up the stuff, the people that talk about it and give you some of these clues, they start even saying that, hey, I don't want to do nothing to myself. So I'm not suicidal. So if I turned up and I decided I wanted to shoot myself in the head, I didn't do it.
I know something happened to me.
Yeah, somebody did it. It's a bunch of those. It's very ridiculous. So now you look into 9/11, Epstein. It's a very, and then like I said, Charlie Kirk was just starting to go against Israel. All of a sudden he found a bullet in his neck. So, you know what I'm saying? and Ben Shapiro acting like he the best friends with him, even though they couldn't stand each other. Yeah, like they was homies. So, like I said, that's when the final nail in the coffin happened. It was in 1960. That was a pivotal point in when that's when America really ended. And you know what happened in 1969? Exactly. Yeah, the Most High hand, get Commander General, Commander General hand. 1969, we was created. So, like I said, 1960s was the end of America altogether, in one way or another. So, any questions? All right. With that, pass the class over to Princeton Officer Marvel Saw.
ISUPK security announcements. We're at ISUPK 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Room for a new brother and a sister. When a new brother or sister comes to the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to share themselves with the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18 and 21, Malachi 3, 8 through 10. Means 10th in the Hebrew, ma'asra. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you gets to the treasury department or teacher. Priest fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocation is the Passover, greatest time of the year. And that'll be Saturday, April 12th.
It's like a quarter.
Purim before that. Oh, Salaki, my bad. Will be the Feast of Purim. That'll be Monday, the 2nd of March. Monday and Tuesday, the 2nd of March and the 3rd of March, 2026. My Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headbands, and scarves. With that, give one courtesy salute to the men of Israel, Amajim, Amaj Shabbat, Amaj, Barak, Yahweh, Shem, Shabbat, Thal. And we said translated from Hebrew to English. As Lord bless you in the name of Christ, I'm top, hands down. Give one courtesy salute to the sisters on high, men of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amaj, Barak, Yahweh Shema Allah Hashem Yahshua. We said translate from Hebrew to English. Is Lord watch over you in the name of Christ. Yahweh top, hands down, class dismissed.